Stan Lee and Jack Kirby are two men that changed comics forever. While the two are masters of their craft and creative geniuses, there needs to be a movie about their story. Similar to the Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak biopics that happened a little while back, we need something here for these creative minds of Marvel Comics. I want to show their full story and how the hell they came up with these characters. Now first, let's tackle Stan the Man. Now he needs to be larger than life at times, be a salesman, have that personality that people gravitate towards, but have his flaws. People choose to remember Stan Lee with rose-colored glasses. He's a complex character. For me, the answer is clear here. Bryan Cranston is the only choice. His look, voice, and presence shows me that he can do Stan Lee justice. Now, I do think Stan Lee got more gentle with age. In his prime, I think he would have a lot more edge to him, and that's something that Cranston could pull off. It's in things like Trumbo where he has already shown a similar performance, and we can see almost a little bit of a Stan Lee shining through.
Mr. King, I'm a screenwriter. If I couldn't write, I'd starve.
Trumbo, we can't afford you.
Well, how much did you pay for the script of that? Bad Men of Tombstone.
$1,200.
All right. I'll write you a movie for $1,200 then.
And you don't want your name on it.
No, you don't want my name on it.
I think he would be wonderful here. So Bryan Cranston as Stan Lee. Next we have Jack Kirby. Now Jack Kirby has definitely been more of a quiet, reserved man, which definitely leans into him being a little bit more underappreciated. Jack has always been seen as an artist, but he's been much more than that. He drew the story and then Stan actually came up with the dialogue afterwards. Now he needs to be more reserved like I mentioned, and to the point, be so much less of a showman than Stan Lee. While I think Stan Lee is the necessity to pull people into a biopic like this one, Jack Kirby and that relationship and story with Stan Lee is really where the meat and potatoes happens in his biopic. Now I end up going with Michael Imperioli, who does share the look of a young Kirby, but as I've seen in his past work, he can pull off those mannerisms of Kirby, that straight to the point talk, and that little bit more of a reserved character. Now he isn't Jewish like the character should be, and a lot of people associate him with his character on Sopranos, which he's definitely not in real life. He's much more reserved and thinks before he talks.
I was gonna go into be a doctor or something like that, you know. I was always really good in school but my father was a bus driver in the Bronx, and he started doing community theater when I was in high school. Like he was like 40, just almost one day starts acting in plays. Which, looking back, knowing what it takes, it's very courageous, you know.
So Michael Imperioli as Jack Kirby. So there's Jack Kirby and Stan Lee cast for a biopic. What do you think of my choices, and who would you have play these roles? Let me know in the comments below, as well as let me know what you'd like to see cast next. More biopics, YouTubers, let me know in the comments below. As always though, thank you so much for watching, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.